Welcome to the Pratt Academic Dean webinar. We are very excited to connect with you, and we will focus on 4 items. First, we will introduce you to Pratt's Undergraduate Education Academic Dean Dream Team. Second, we will let you know how your academic dean will play a role in your Duke journey. Third, you will be informed about how you can access and use your academic dean as a resource. And finally, we will walk you through a roadmap for the fall registration process. We also understand that some students may have very specific situations, and those situations may best be answered in an email or in a Zoom drop-in advising session with your academic dean. The deans are all available over email and are also holding Zoom drop-in advising for the next 2 weeks. Now let's begin, and let me be the first of many to say welcome to Duke, and more specifically, welcome to the Pratt School of Engineering. We welcome you with virtual open arms, and we are excited to see all that you will contribute to our engineering community. The Pratt School of Engineering has 3 academic deans who work with our undergraduate students. Each dean has a caseload of 1/3 of the engineering undergraduate student population. Each student has an academic dean who is assigned for the 4-year duration you are here. You will also have a faculty advisor assigned to you in September, and this faculty advisor may or may not change over time. Oftentimes, the academic dean and the faculty advisor work together and are just 2 resources of many, many more resources on campus who are available to students. Deans provide advising, but we also each have a specialty area as well, as indicated in our title. The academic deans are not an island, rather we are a village, and this is the rest of our village. This is our team who we work closely with on a daily basis, even while remote. You will get introduced again to our team during the Pratt Welcome Assembly on August 13th. But for now, let me quickly introduce you to Heather Rabelais, our administrative assistant, Steve Arp, our student shop manager, Jennifer Ganley is our director of student affairs, and last but certainly not least is Dean Linda Franzoni, the associate dean for undergraduate education. She is a champion of students and is the leader of our team. These are extraordinary times, it goes without saying, and our community is united in our actions as we move forward. We are here for each other. Duke United is a website for students, faculty, and staff and contains information about the phased return to Duke, public health measures, community responsibility, and campus operations. If you have questions about moving to campus or community standards, please refer to this website. Now let's talk about the role of your academic dean. We will be a support to you for your 4 years at Duke, and your dean will regularly monitor your academic progress as well as your progress toward graduation. Whenever you have an administrative function, such as withdrawing from a class, taking a course as satisfactory, unsatisfactory, or taking a leave of absence, just to name a few examples, you will need to see your academic dean. If you have academic challenges of any kind, if you are having difficulty in a course, or if there is anything impacting your ability to take care of your academics, your academic dean can assist you in navigating your situation. Your academic dean is also an important member of your advising network and who you will develop a relationship with throughout your time at Duke. One very important thing to remember is that there will not be one sole person who can advise you on everything. You will seek out different people in different areas at different times throughout your career at Duke. Your academic dean can be a good starting point if you find yourself not knowing where to start. How will you know who your academic dean is? We're going to do dean assignments a little different this year in case you've spoken to any current Duke students. The name of your academic dean will appear on your Duke Hub, but you can also find the breakdown here. Dean Cook is the academic dean for engineering students whose last name begins with A and goes through JAG. Dean Rawls has engineering students whose last name begins with JAH and goes through Q. And Dean McMillan is the academic dean for engineering students whose last name begin with R and through the end of the alphabet to Z. This is your academic dean for the next 4 years. Some examples of when you might need to contact your academic dean include making an academic plan. Your dean can help you with your curriculum path when you have specific academic goals, such as doing research, studying abroad, a 4+1 master's program, or how to fit in a minor or certificate. One misconception is that you need to know your 4-year academic plan right now. Rest assured, there is no rush for this, and this discussion can happen anytime in your first year. Each department also has a department handbook with curriculum plans and all the requirements for their respective major. We meet with all juniors in their spring semester to review graduation requirements and confirm that you are on track for meeting your degree requirements going into your senior year. The administrative functions that I mentioned earlier all require a meeting with your dean to secure a form. These forms can either be in a PDF format or a link to an electronic form. If you have a complaint, such as a grade dispute or you have experienced unfair treatment, you can see your dean for advice and information about the administrative process. Every semester at midterm, your dean will review grades, and if there are grades of concern, namely a D, an F, or a U, which is unsatisfactory, then your dean will request a meeting with you to discuss the matter and see where we can be of support. Finally, if there is anything impacting your well-being or your ability to be a student, your academic dean can be a starting point if you do not know. This fall, the deans are holding only remote meetings over Zoom. Depending on the situation, you can call our office and leave a message. It is best to begin with your dean in case there is pertinent background information that your dean is aware of. However, if your dean isn't available, another dean can assist you. Or you can email your dean directly and provide information about your situation. If you need an appointment, your dean will schedule a time to meet and provide a Zoom link. We also use the Calendly scheduling system, and we all have direct links to our schedules. You can also request an appointment through Calendly. These are the resources that we often refer students to as both a proactive measure and also in times of academic difficulty. And these are resources that we believe can be helpful all 4 years in different capacities. The Academic Resource Center has free resources for students: tutoring, study groups, LD, ADHD support, and also learning consultations. Learning consultants meet with students one-on-one to talk about study habits and planning for coursework. CAPS offers free counseling for all students and has both walk-in hours and appointments with psychologists and social workers. They also have a psychiatrist on staff. The Global Education Office is the hub for study abroad and Duke In programs. About 1/4 to 1/3 of Pratt students study abroad. The Career Center organizes 2 yearly career fairs in September and January. They offer individual consultations for resume writing, networking, practicing for interviews, and also they offer advice for graduate school applications. The Directors of Academic Engagement help students navigate the variety of global opportunities at Duke. They can work with students to plan an undergraduate experience that ties study abroad, Duke Engage, or other programs in with their academic goals. The Thompson Writing Center, which is integrated into Writing 101, offers individual consultations to students for their writing, both editing and planning for any type of writing. Pratt questions are often answered in multiple ways, including through the undergraduate handbooks that are posted in each departmental degree planning page, the Pratt policy and procedure page, and the E-Team, who is the peer advising group made up of Pratt students who are excited about supporting first-year students. Duke email is the official means for communicating between Duke and you. It is very important to read your emails often and respond as appropriate. We do our best to only send emails that contain essential information. Emails from the Undergraduate Education Office will be sent via the Pratt listserv, or they might come from Pratt-advising at duke.edu, or directly from a staff member in the Pratt School. We say check often and regularly so that you don't miss out on any information about e-socials, student groups, extra and co-curricular opportunities. Or we also send information about internships, industry information sessions, and professional opportunities. Also, we send messages about requesting a meeting, paperwork requirements, or deadline reminders. I will stress this just one last time, because it is very important to regularly check and respond to Duke emails. If the university is unable to reach you, we will use your telephone number in Duke Hub, so do be sure to keep that updated. This probably isn't the first time you have heard the word or acronym FERPA. It is the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, and it is the law that protects your privacy as a college student. All during your K-12 educational career, your caregivers were the primary communicator for you when it came to your school information and anything related to your education. Now, the tables have turned, and you are the only communicator when it comes to your educational business, and it is important that you keep the lines of communication open with your family. The university will not share any information about your educational record with your parents. Instances when the university will share information with your family is when your health and safety are at risk. One note that we would like to address concerning AP credits that were taken in the spring 2020, given that AP courses were cut short when schools closed in the spring, and AP exams did not cover the full range of topics as under normal circumstances. Therefore, the Pratt School recommends that you reconsider accepting credit toward graduation for those exams if you are uncertain about your foundation in those subjects. Those beginning STEM courses serve as a foundation to upper-level engineering courses, and if you move on to subsequent courses that build off of that foundational information, it is possible that you may not be prepared for those upper-level courses. This is something that you can discuss with the respective Duke department if you are uncertain. Specifically for math, there is a math placement help room on Saturday, August 15th, where you can discuss your placement with the math professionals, and if they recommend that you place into a different math level, they will assist you getting into a different math class. In general, AP or IPC, which is International Placement Credits, with the appropriate score, they can satisfy engineering degree requirements and will allow you to place into upper level courses. Credit is not necessary to complete your engineering degree, and each engineering department treats this credit differently. So it is important to consult the department handbook and confirm which credits your potential major will accept. Book bags open today, and therefore you will be able to shop for your classes. Be sure that you have verified and updated your personal information in Duke Hub and completed your first year questions. Once you have completed those two steps, then you are able to start book bagging. For a step-by-step instructions on how to select courses and put them in your book bag, learn to validate and eventually register, you should visit this webpage, or you can look specifically in Section 3.2 of the Registration tab on the PDF version of your Blue Book. There are screenshots and step-by-step instructions for all of this to guide you. It is important to note that right now you are only selecting possible courses and sections for your book bag to construct a schedule. You will not actually register for these courses until August 11th and 12th on your assigned window. The assigned window is noted in your Duke Hub. The different course delivery methods that you will see for the fall semester include in-person, hybrid, and online, both synchronous and asynchronous. In-person classes are intended for students who can be present in the classroom at the scheduled time. They are not an option for remote students. Hybrid classes include both in-person and online components. Both local and remote students can enroll. If the course includes synchronous components, it can require in-person attendance for local students, but it should also provide remote students the means to access the material remotely if there is not an online section specifically. Online courses may be synchronous, that is, they have a scheduled time slot where your attendance will be expected at the scheduled time, or asynchronous that are not assigned a time slot, and they enable any student to fully participate regardless of time zone or location. We do strongly recommend that you confirm with each course you enroll in on the first day. Confirm the method of delivery in case you are in a method that you cannot do and you may need to find a different class. What should your fall schedule look like? First, full-time status is 4 credits. Courses at Duke are worth 1/4 credit, 1/2 credit, 1 credit, and in some rare cases worth 2 credits. You will register for 4 credits and up to a maximum of 4.5 credits in your first semester. This is very different from where you just came from, and you may think that you can handle more than 4 courses. However, 4 Duke full credit courses are going to be a full load, both literally and figuratively. The engineering curriculum is also common in the first year, regardless of your major. Your placement may be different if you are coming in with AP, IPC, or pre-matriculation credits, but all engineering majors require the same general education courses. For the fall semester, one of your courses should be a math course. If you have no credit, you will register for Math 111. If you have 1 credit, you will register for Math 122L. And if you have 2 math credits, you will register for Math 212. If you are selected for Writing 101 in the fall, there will be a notification in your Duke Hub. You should select a section of Writing 101 that works in your schedule. If there is no notification in your Duke Hub, then you will take Writing 101 in the spring. If that is the case, you should then select your computing course instead. If you do not have AP credit for computer science, then you should register for EGR 103L. If you do have AP credit for computer science, then you should register for Comp Sci 201. EGR 103L or Comp Sci 201 will satisfy the engineering computing requirement. You do not need to take both majors you do not need to take both courses regardless of your major. Your 3rd and 4th courses should be chosen from the middle section of courses on this slide. First, you should try Engineering 101L as your 3rd course. EGR 101L is a required course for all engineering majors to take in their first year. There are 260 spots available in the fall for EGR 101L. If you do not get into EGR 101L this fall, you will be able to take the course in the spring, and you should select a different course from this slide. If you do not have chemistry credit, you will take Chem 101 as your 4th course. If you do have chemistry credit, then you should select a different course from this slide. If you don't mind, I'm going to start over with the third and fourth courses just to make sure that's clear. So for your third and fourth courses, you should be choosing from the middle section of this slide. Your first choice should be EGR 101. And if you cannot get into EGR 101, that's okay. You can still take it in the spring instead. So if you can't get into EGR 101, then choose a different course from this slide. For the fourth course, you should be taking your chemistry. So if you do not have any chemistry AP, then you will take Chem 101 as your fourth course. If you do have chemistry credit, then you should select a different course from this slide, from either the middle section or the last section. We know, even under normal circumstances, that first semester registration can take more than one iteration and often multiple iterations. The schedule builder in Duke Hub is a huge help, and we, your deans, are also available to help you throughout this process if you have questions. We will also update our first year advising webpage with this information as well. For focus students, they are already registered for 2.5 focus courses. If you are not registered for the energy focus cluster, then it becomes important to have AP credit for chemistry and or math so that you do not fall behind in the engineering curriculum progression. It is possible to take focus without credits. Let me say that again. It is not impossible to take focus without having credits. So if you do not have any credits coming in, then you should contact your academic dean so that you can discuss how focus will impact your engineering curriculum. Focus students will take 2 non-focus courses. You should choose any 2 of the following courses of math, chemistry, or EGR 101 as your 2 non-focus courses. If you are uncertain, be sure to attend one of the Zoom drop-in advising sessions with your dean. Here is the Zoom drop-in advising schedule that I've been mentioning for all 3 academic deans. There are Zoom drop-in sessions from July 28th through the 31st, and then again from August 3rd to August 7th. All of those advising sessions are taking place from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Also listed here is the Pratt parent webinar on July 30th, and you can consult the parent orientation schedule for more information about that. And then finally, your registration windows will be on August 12th and August 11th. After the final registration window on the 12th, then drop add begins on August 13th. This is a time when if you need to make changes to your schedule, you can do so during drop add. The types of changes that you may need to make may be to correct a math or a chemistry placement, for instance. Or if you were not able to secure 4 courses during your enrollment window, then you can continue searching for an acceptable course and add it during this time. If you are in need of assistance after your registration window for the reasons I just stated, the academic deans are also holding more drop-in advising sessions on August 13th and 14th. You can refer to your orientation schedule for that information. Other events happening on the 13th and 14th that are Pratt specific include programming that is going to be planned by our upper class engineering peer advisors, the E-team, and the Dean of the Pratt School of Engineering, Dean Bellamconda, will welcome the new class, along with Dean Franzoni and presidents of the ESG, our Engineering Student Government, and EAC, our Engineering Alumni Council. All of this will be included in your orientation schedule. If you have further questions that you need clarified, please do drop into your academic dean's Zoom drop-in advising sessions. Either that or send your dean an email so that we can help you step by step throughout this process if you have any questions. Thank you.